we're going to discuss laxatives drugs, by Professor Saymanat and Kairahanam. This slide discusses the laxatives. Laxatives, purgatives, or aperients are substances that loosen stools and increase bowel movements. They are used to treat and prevent constipation. Any person having fewer than 3 bowel movements a week is known as constipation. This flashcard explains through serial number, drug classification, and drug's name under the classification and mechanism. Number 1. Name of the classification, bulk forming and swelling agents. Drug's name under this classification: 1. Bran, 2. Polycarbophil, 3. Prunes, 4. Psyllium, 5. Aspergillus, 6. Methylcellulose. Mechanism of bulk forming: A. Swelling agents absorb liquid in the intestines and swell to form a soft, bulky stool. Adds bulk and water to stools so that they can pass more easily through the intestines, lower part of the digestive tract. Number 2. Name of the classification: emollients. Drug's name under this classification: 1. Mineral oil. Mechanism of emollients: it is known as a lubricant laxative. It works by keeping water in the stool and intestines. Number 3. Name of the classification: osmotic, or saline laxatives. Drug's name under this classification: 1. Magnesium hydroxide, 2. Magnesium citrate, 3. Sodium biphosphate, 4. Sodium phosphate. Mechanism of osmotic, or saline laxatives: osmotic laxatives encourage bowel movements by drawing water into the bowel from the nearby tissue, intestinal lumen, thereby softening the stool. Saline laxatives retain water in the intestine through osmosis, increasing the bulk of the stool. Number 4. Name of the classification: stimulants laxatives. Drug's name under this classification: 1. Bisacodyl, 2. Castor oil, 3. Senna. Mechanism of stimulants laxatives: they irritate the intestinal cells, causing the intestine to contract, which is responsible for the laxative action. Number 5. Name of the classification: stool softeners. Drug's name under this classification: 1. Docusate sodium, 2. Docusate calcium. Mechanism of stool softeners: that works to gently lubricate the stool by adding a compound to it that absorbs water. Number 6. Name of the classification: bowel evacuants. Drug's name under this classification: 1. Polyethylene glycol electrolyte solution, PEGES. Mechanism of bowel evacuants: it works by causing water to be retained with the stool. This increases the number of bowel movements and softens the stool, so it is easier to pass. Number 7. Name of the classification: carbon dioxide releasing laxatives. Drug name under this classification: 1. Sodium bicarbonate, 2. Potassium bitartrate. Mechanism of carbon dioxide releasing laxatives: that encourages bowel movements by forming carbon dioxide, a gas. Carbon dioxide releasing suppository quickly and effectively relieves constipation. Number 8. Name of the classification: chloride channel activators. Drug's name under this classification: 1. Lubiprostone. Mechanism of chloride channel activators: lubiprostone stimulates the type 2 chloride channel in the small intestine, leading to increases secretion of intestinal fluid that helps in the passing of the stool. Number 9. Name of the classification: hyperosmotic laxative. Drug's name under this classification: 1. Lactulose, galactose, fructose. Mechanism of hyperosmotic laxative: lactulose is neither digested nor a non-absorbable semisynthetic disaccharide of fructose and lactose, which retain water in the bowel. Lactulose breakdown by saccharolytic bacteria into low molecular acids, mainly lactic acid, acidification of intestinal contents, mainly lactic acid, increase of the osmotic pressure, increase in absorption of phosphates and mineral salts, inhibition of growth of putrefactive bacteria, eubiosis, conversion of ammonia into the non-absorbable ammonium ion, stimulation of peristalsis, softer feces. Number 10. Name of the classification: mu-opioid receptor antagonist. Drug name under this classification: 1. Methylnaltrexone, 2. Alvimopan, mechanism of mu-opioid receptor antagonist. Peripherally acting mu-opioid receptor antagonists have been clinically tested to improve bowel symptoms and improve bowel movements. Number 11, name of the classification, 5-hydroxytryptamine 4 receptor agonist, drug name under this classification, 1. Prucalopride, mechanism of 5-hydroxytryptamine 4 receptor agonist. Prucalopride increases the colonic motility patterns via serotonin 5-hydroxytryptamine 4 receptor stimulation. Thank you for your attention. Further information, kindly contact profsamiacademy@gmail.com. Disclaimer: this channel does not promote or encourage any illegal activities. All contents provided by this channel are meant for educational purposes only.